Hello, hello, hello. This is Sahar Andrade, your host for Reinvent Yourself to Greatness with Sahar. And do I have a treat for you today? I have with us Hortensia Frelinghuysen. I hope I did not butcher her last name, all the way from Florida. And I actually have a testimonial to give her today on the show because I'm going to let her explain what she does because she's the best to put it in words. And we have tried it on me a couple of weeks ago. She wanted me to understand exactly what she does and feel it, not only emotionally or psychologically, but somatically and physically as well. And I will share my experience with you in the podcast today, but I wanted to introduce first to Hortensia. So Hortensia, thank you so much for being with us today on the podcast.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It's an honor to be here. Yes.
Thank you, Hortensia. Hortensia, can you please share with our listeners what is it that you do?
Yes. I call myself transformational spiritual healer, a spiritual teacher, and a spiritual coach. What it means by spiritual is what I learned and my whole life, the deep meaning and the wisdom of all things, how we are and where we are made of. So my zone of brilliance, of genius, let's say, is heal others through energy. And I work in 3 different levels: physical, spiritual, and psychological. Not psychological, but emotional traumas. And those 3 levels is a very deep work. And I has been in the past learning about 25 years, or 35 years learning, but applying it full time, 25 years, which I really transform whatever issues you have to not be there anymore. I just can extract the source of the issue, of the problem, physical or emotional. For example, if you want me to give samples like stress, if you're stressed out, I can look at it, what it is in your energy field, because with my hand I can read it. And here I see. Yeah, so that's what I can do, deep work. So when I work with you, I can tell that your heart is the issues in your heart, but I saw in all the areas in your brain, in your stomach, in your body, where it is located. So I can extract it and I replace that with, I said, divine energy or source energies, and the whole thing is healed.
That's absolutely wonderful. And I'm going to share with our listeners the experience that we had together in a second. But before I forget, can you please share with me your website and how can people get hold of you?
Oh, yes. My website is www.hortensia, HORTENSIA, Integrative Healing.
And what I'm going to do...
.org.
.org. Yeah. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to share the link of the website in the description of this podcast. So people, if they want to reach out to you, they can do that. You also can find her on Facebook as well. This is how we met, actually. So let me share with you guys the experience that we had together. I was talking to Hortensia. I wanted to understand what she really does. And I believe in universe. I believe in healing powers. I believe in traumas that basically can paralyze us for the rest of our life. And I had a specific one that happened to me when I was a child. And I did share it with Hortensia. And she said she can help me with that. So the work was done not only once, but it was done on different sessions. And I wrote to her basically what the trauma was. And she started working on me remotely. Obviously, I'm in Los Angeles. She is in Florida. And I had, like, I don't know how to even describe the feelings or even the physical effect that I felt. I felt like there were waves. I could actually feel waves that were going from my shoulder up to my neck and to my head, and then swirls. And that was the first one. And then the second one, she worked on it for a while. And then another session where I had to basically lie down, and she was working again remotely. And I felt like waves again that were from under my ribs, moving up and down. And I felt sadness, and I felt like I wanted to cry. And after that, I was okay. So later on, she explained to me that I probably am sensitive to energy, and that's what I was feeling. These waves were energy that were taking the bad stuff out. Inside. And since then, I felt a lot lighter. And something reminded me of what happened like a couple of days ago. And usually the default of my thinking was to go to that trauma, but I couldn't think of it. Even I tried consciously to go to it, and I just couldn't. So it felt great. I feel a lot lighter. So thank you, Hortensia. I just wanted to share how it feels to me on the other side, as one, I don't know, you call them patients, you call them clients, how on the other side they could feel. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm so happy so that you can feel firsthand what is the transformation that I can offer to others, especially in this time. Now we have this big problem in the whole planet. But what I have been doing for a long time is about 11,000 very successful cases. Yeah.
Wow.
And in the base of every physical illness is an emotional trauma. So my gift is to see, because people complain about certain things, so I can see. And by removing it, even your organs get better. Yeah. So physical illness can go away. Yeah. Even if I treat your pain only, I can treat the pain, it's going to go away. But I treat the emotional part of it. That's the amazing thing about it. Yes.
Where did you learn all that, or how did it start?
Oh, yes, yes. Well, I going a little bit when I born in South America, Chile, yeah. As a little girl, I have many questions. I was a thinker since little girl, and I was concerned about society. And I see so much pain and cruelty that I didn't have peace within myself. So I grew up as a teenager, and I couldn't take the pain in people. I can't see people suffering. So I had to do something about it. So I studied philosophy, like getting a master. And then I couldn't find the answer, but I have an awakening experience with all that is. I guess I visit with divinity in an amazing way. This is for a movie. It's so beautiful. But after that, I saw clearly what the world needs. And then the world needs to change because we are destroying planet Earth. This is a long time ago when I say this, in my 20s. But I understand that what can change everything is love. And love sustains everything in creation. Yes, and change.
Isn't that the truth? Yes. Yes.
So I I left everything behind, give everything away, and become a missionary in my 20s. And 10 years full time. And then I married. I have 5 children. And the husband left. And I here I am in USA. And then my healing ability start growing. I see in church, I do this to people, and people start jumping. I say, oh, what is that? I didn't want to know about it. But my life was prayer and love and comfort people. Yeah, I love to do that because I take away the pain. Yeah, I don't want people in pain. I want people happy. Yeah, and so that's what I did. So I started studying. I realized. And then in 20 something years ago, I was a Reiki master, yeah, but I still didn't want to do it. And there is come how I transformed, and I can tell you the story. I don't know. Yes, I had a car accident. So the doctor said I need to have surgery, and they're going to put this metal in my neck. I was very young, but with 5 children and 2 little ones in diaper, and in a country where I don't speak the language, and the husband left. So that's the universe orchestrate this thing so we can really wake up to our power, inner power. We all have it. You know this. So the doctor said, you have to do it. It's 2 weeks in bed. And I said, what are I going to do with my little ones? Yeah. And now I realize how much mothers love little ones that we can do anything. I said, God, I won't do this. I can't. So help me now. So I set a table, a little altar with all the things that I believe, and then all the beautiful things, the mother of God, and all the deities that I believe. They bring this beautiful energy within me. And then the doctor were looking for me. So finally I went, and they ordered a new MRI. And I went to the doctor, and the doctor was angry. And he said, because you never comply with what you're supposed to do, and I'm not taking you, I'm not doing your surgery. And I saw, of course,
we got cut off after the surgeon got angry. So can you repeat what he said?
And I knew the day how I started studying, educate myself. I take every class that exists in planet Earth. I will see gurus and everything. I spend a lot of money, but just because I want to be validated. I always want to do that because my mother didn't validate me when I was a little girl. She told me, oh no, you're not going to make it. I said, oh, so that's why. So I overdid it. So that's how I started, never stop. I saw about 25 years, and I do this every day. Yeah, full time.
Yeah, I know. So what are some challenges that you went through in your life that you were able to overcome? And I know one of them you just shared about your husband leaving you with 5 small kids, 2 of them in diapers. So what other challenges, or how this challenge helped form your life or formulate your life?
It was just about, I just told you, that's one of the biggest, because I had to face surgery. And then I said, no, I won't do it. I can't, because who's going to take care of the kids? And that is what sent me in my path, straight in my path. Okay, so I started really doing what I learned so much. I need to share this because I'm a generous soul. I want you to know this, to be happy and receive. So that's how I started doing it. And then I have also, of course, all kind of, I have to support this kid, but I realize I'm so resourceful. And this is a message for women, especially because we are the creators of life. We are all passionate. We are fire when we have to go forward. Look at you, all of the things that you do. I see you. I see your energy. And you know so much within yourself. Only sometimes you don't give permission to really express it. So my work is, the beautiful thing that I like is I can bring you to the place where you can leave all this thing behind, and I can help you remove. Of course, you are the main healer because you are allowed. I just move a little thing. And then you becoming clear, focused, happier, and then you don't remember what happened. You forgive the whole thing.
Well, I can testify to that with the trauma that we had shared before, and this is actually really a good point, that as women, no matter how successful we are, and no matter how much knowledge that we have, and no matter how we are creators and we are leaders, but whenever we come to that point where we excel, we have that little voice of doubt that always stops us.
Yes.
You know, I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy, or I don't know enough, or people will find out that I don't know what I'm doing. This is what we call the imposter syndrome. And it just like, and it's more successful women that actually suffer from that. And it's all these doubts that come to our mind and basically can stop us in our tracks and paralyze us. Like, yeah. I personally went through that when I started my business, and every now and then, like I was sharing with you, whenever we come to like a big contract or a big event that is about to happen, all these little voices start giving me doubt. But somehow through the time, I learn at least how to calm these voices down at the present time, not necessarily forever. So what I want to ask you is that how were you able to overcome your challenges? So I want you to say some tools or ways that women can take away from it, that they can start. And of course, if they need a deeper healing, they can reach out to you. So what do you think, at least initial steps that women or even men can do to overcome these doubts?
Yeah. One of the most important things in my case was stop everything and really question myself and trying to answer why am I here for, because I believe that everything has a purpose and life is so beautiful, and I think life is sacred. It's said for humans, animals, for whatever in nature. For I see sacredness in everything. So must be a purpose, because everything is so harmonious if we don't put our hands and destroy things, because as race we are doing this for a long time. So this is the first thing, is like come to terms why you're here. The second thing was my rituals, daily rituals that I develop, and I have it if somebody wants to know. And I have little mini courses, and I started in a membership site where I will sharing all that take me to this, my path. And also meditation. Meditation is very magical, because meditation also is like healing in action. You can really, when you learn to do that, I know it's crazy at the beginning, because this happened to me, because the thought, your brain want to tell you what to do and want to have the lead. But when you, until you train it, you have to say, okay, stay here for a little bit while I'm doing this with my heart. Because the idea is connect to your heart. The brain wants to help us with survival all the time. That's why we react when we are afraid, and then we just we cannot go forward. Yeah,
absolutely. So basically your 3 points are find your why, or your purpose, and why you're here on earth, because we all have one. I mean, and a lot of people live and die without even finding their purpose on earth, which is sad, The second part you said was your rituals or habits that you do every day, and then meditation. So I have a question for you about meditation. I know when I started meditating in the beginning, I used, believe it or not, either to fall asleep or to start yawning a lot, or my brain will distract me and I would like consciously do an effort to bring it back. So for a beginner in meditation, what would you suggest for people to do?
Yeah, I love to do that. I did 15 years meditation. Yeah, whatever. Because I travel, I start a meditation group. Why? Because I had to meditate every day. So I invite everyone. So come, let's meditate together. It's so beautiful. Okay, I have I say perfect one, because what happened in my meditations, people start seeing everything. Things are getting released. They get in contact with themselves. They see the guide, spiritual guide, the angels. For example, you work with business, and people see the money in front and the goddess of the Lakshmi in front of the place where we are working together. It's beautiful, all the things that happen. The people who lost their loved ones come and speak to them all the time, because the energy that we bring. Okay, you want me to tell you a little bit how it is? Is 3 points. What I do, I exercise first. Okay. Yeah, you can do some together if you want to. I can train you that. we exercise that we clean the chakras. That means we release first everything that is clogging us at the moment of meditation. So we prepare the body, and I have the whole sequence, yeah, for before and after. We have to do it after. So that's why when you are laid down and you fall asleep, it doesn't work. Yeah, so I do the meditation, and then after is establish a connection in your heart with what you want to do. And then activate the heart, and the heart you activated remembering the happiest moment of your life. When you do that, your heart really expands. If you could see clairvoyantly, the chakra of the heart is a spinning vortex, but it's spin in both sides, this and this way,
right and left,
very fast. So the heart expands, and you are light. Really, and it is light. It's a frequency of light. This beautiful light, they say green or pink, you start expanding, and then you start getting quiet. The mind starts fighting at the beginning, but I know what to say because I direct the meditation, and people goes into amazing trip. But the most important thing, you won't believe this, is to remember that you are here. You don't want to go and stay there. So people need to ground themselves, connected to Mother Earth. So we are sitting in the chair straight, and we are not going anywhere, but everything happened and you come back beautifully. So let me guide you one day, okay?
I would love that. So let me ask you this. Are you doing, are you doing like videos of groups where you conduct people on meditation, or are you going to start that soon? Or
videos, I have a Facebook group where I do.
Can you share the Facebook group name?
Oh, yes. Heal Your Life and Thrive with Hortensia.
Okay. Again,
I started Heal Your Life and Thrive with Hortensia.
Okay. And also send it to me so I can put it in the description of the podcast. I said, send it to me so I can put it in the description into the podcast, okay, so people can know how to join. Okay.
Very good. And I can really make the meditation. I did audio meditation for different purposes, but that's what that we are talking in particular for beginning. It is key because when you learn how to meditate right, then it's how you go live.
Absolutely.
This is how your life is going to really unveil energetically. If you do the wrong meditation and you're not connecting, and people say, see the color, no. You have to really do this connection. And I told you this because I'm a yogi. I start yogi practices when I had to practice 3 hours a day. And so I do higher meditation. So I have to learn all the steps and how energy moves. And then my clairvoyance sees everything, how the energy moves inside is marvelous. And then your energy grows so much that you have the strength in your chakras to go forward every day. You are focused, you are more happier, peace in your heart, and your basic chakra, you bring the money. I tell you. It's all starting with meditation.
You guys should see, I mean, I wish you could just see her when she's talking, how much passion in the way she's talking, and how her body language is just full of passion. I mean, it's just like, it's refreshing to see you talk and how much you believe in that. Before we wrap up our podcast, can you give our listeners 3 things that they can do today, specifically that we're going through this difficult time of the coronavirus and everybody is stressed, we don't know what's going to happen, and there is a reason why it's happening that we probably cannot know. A lot of people are saying that Mother Earth is resetting itself, so can you give them 3 tips or hopes so they can survive in this time of difficulty?
Yes, probably they don't know yet, but they need to remember that you are like a cell of God within your heart. You are God. Yeah, you are a spiritual being of divine love, divine power, divine intelligence, and you are one with the divinity. So, in that perspective, you are being taken care. There's nothing going to happen to you that is out of place. Of course, you are protected. So you need to claim it. You need to say, yes, thank you. One of the most important part for us is to say thank you, even in adversity. Yeah?
True.
Thank you. And then guess what? Energy open up to bring what you want most. Okay? So that's the remembrance of that you are special, you are unique, you are expression of love. And then when you believe that and you continue in this path of meditating and healing and working on that, I will emerge the higher expression of you that you are. You will find your mission and your purpose in this world, which is help others. Really? We can change this. I know the world is falling because many unconscious people, but we are not. So we can bring the balance. We can bring the harmony. When you bring it into your heart, oh, you are not alone. You influence everything.
That's true. That's true. Hortensia, I don't know how to thank you for this amazing interview, and uplifting and great. And it for me, it kind of solidified everything that I have been thinking about before. And thank you for the experience that you made me share with you, helping me heal from something that happened to me when I was a child. And I really want to thank your presence, and I want to thank you for the work that you're doing.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
Can you please repeat your website? And by the way, Hortensia's spelling is H-O-R-T as in Tom, E-N-S as in Sam, I-A. And
Yep.
her last name is Frelinghuysen, and it's F as in Frank, R-E-L-I-N-G-H-U-Y, S as in Sam, E-N as in Nancy. So this is how you can find her on Facebook. Can you share your website again, please?
Yes, www.hortensiaintegrativehealing.org.
www.hortensia
integrative
healing.org. So at the end of our podcast, thank you for a very illuminating talk, and for the tips that you have given us that we can move forward. Thank you for being here, Hortensia.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
And my people, I want you to look for our next podcast. And like I always say, we all have a genius inside of us. We need to find it and let it out, not only to light our path, but also to light the path for others. We are here on this earth to give and give without expecting anything in return, and give to people that we know they might not be able to give back. And find your why, like Hortensia said. Till we meet next time, this is your host, Sahar Andrade. You can email me at info@reinventyourselftogreatness.com, or my website is www.reinventyourselftogreatness.com. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you and connect next time.